Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetaledbrush.
And today we're going to be reacting to The Haunting of Bly Manor episode 3. Yeah. Miles is being really creepy. That's pretty much it.
It's just weird. Something going on.
So like usual, full length reactions are up on Patreon. Next week's reaction is up on Patreon if you guys want to go check that out. It does really support the channel over here. And like I said, there's not much to say. Miles is being creepy. Let's get into it.
Oh, this happened right after.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Yeah, this is right.
Yeah, this is right where we left off.
Is this the dude?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's well off. Something.
Professional. Never mind. He's in a freaking Rolls Royce.
Man, look at the suit and stuff. Nah. Uncle? Okay. So that's his connection bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 10 o'clock. Oh, no, you don't. It's Cecily. Even if you begged, you said we had to get this one done.
Let's see.
The nanny.
That's a way to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, dang, that early though.
I guess that's one way to cure a hangover.
Mr. Quint.
Was he in the picture? In the music box? I don't remember.
Yeah, stay right there.
Oh, good night.
That's smart.
Okay.
You have a stain on your blouse.
Darn it.
How could you even say that?
Yeah.
7 and 9.
Okay, X-ray vision, like...
Yeah, that says you're impeccable. University of London, School of Oriental and African Studies, you went to SOAS. So,
I just had a slight epiphany.
What?
Is this the dude that Mrs. Gross was talking about, right? She was talking about Rebecca and someone, and then she was like dismissing him, like, oh, in the chapel,
In the church? Yeah.
right? She was saying something like that, and she was like dismissing this dude as like bad or something, right? If this is the dude,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be the case. This is the dude, and for some reason he leaves, which causes her to kill herself or something.
You're sure this is it?
Oh, absolutely.
It
Yes,
was
you're
him
right.
in there.
Yep.
And that was the girl. That was Rebecca.
His name is Peter Quint. They never read.
Anyone else see him?
Well, no, I didn't, but I'm sure she's right.
So he ran away and took money.
He stole the money or something, yeah.
Heck?
Sweet. I didn't see anything. Lock your doors, lock your windows.
That's not helpful. Come on.
Do for now, I'm afraid.
Well, I mean, what else can he do at
Yeah,
this point?
but
That's it.
it does kind of feel like he's blowing her off, though, doesn't it? A little bit.
A bit, yeah.
Peter's a bit of a shit, but he's not dangerous. He's a thief. Just don't give him access to your bank accounts and you'll probably survive.
He expected rather a lot from the police if memory serves me correctly. And probably sit in touch with your superior.
I'll take another drive around the property. On my way out. Mom.
I'm gonna do my own stuff.
Danny, no, that's the worst thing you could do.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that dude is not even... He was like transparent or something, right, guys?
I mean, I'm all ready to go for the chauffeur and the nursemaid. If I didn't hire you, I'd be the nanny too.
So Henry's a bit of a mess, then?
He's a good man. I mean, their parents didn't come home. That's all. You don't comprehend much beyond that.
Yeah, but if...
Now, remember, the other people were saying that she, like, really smothered the kids, too.
Yeah, she had coddled them.
Yeah.
I am perfectly splendid. Highly praised. It's
Okay.
lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you too.
The statue gardens are my favourite. There are flowers, of course, and much more. And
After Hill House, I don't trust no statues.
Yeah, watch out, man. Oh, what?
Right, because she's doing her own
okay,
sweep,
okay,
yeah. Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
That's dangerous.
Yes!
Fair, I take it? You don't know the half. I'm learning. You got the right idea? I think it's a teachable moment for him.
How about we stay here tonight? Just in case.
Yes, sleepover. Splendid sleepover.
Everybody really hates him, though, which is interesting.
Well,
Yes, let's get all night. All so excited. We're going to start all
That's so great.
oh, that's so true.
What if he's the one who's been ringing here and hanging up?
Well, I thought those were prank calls.
He might not know she's dead.
What? He didn't know that? Wait, what?
She certainly wasn't big news outside the county. But he might not know a thing.
Well, that doesn't bode well for anyone.
Nope, but it scarily makes sense.
Quint finds out Rebecca Jessel is dead.
Now that sounds like a very plausible thing.
Yes.
These two friends?
But
best friends.
the way that he showed up is kind of weird. Obviously, he was already in the house.
Those are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, I think these flowers this beautiful deserve a beautiful woman. So these are for you, Flora.
Thank you so much.
He just trolled Miss Jessel.
Splendid.
Well, we can share, can't we, Flora?
Of course. Have a flower, please.
Here you go.
Flora.
People are like log troops. They've all got different logs, and you've got to guess the shape of their key. Like how there are keys to all the doors in this pointlessly, excessively large house. His keys, money. Or flattery. For horses is carrots. For women, most of them.
Trying to figure out.
What the whole keys thing meant?
Looking forward to going around that.
Yeah, and well, a few things. Oh,
Twice now they've snuck out in the middle of the night.
No, I mean, how are you finding all this?
I don't know if it's them sneaking out, man. Come on.
This ridiculousness.
And
Surely that's not what you wanted. I mean, I can't imagine a young Rebecca Jessel looking out her window, holding up like sky that someday, she'd be scrubbing up some rich kid's puke while his girlfriend gets himself into a coma. I don't know. But I feel hopeful. And that doesn't happen often, not to me.
He seems really, like, resentful of the upper class.
But thank
Yeah.
you for the drink.
Doesn't seem like a completely evil person so far.
No, but he seems, like, very angry at Wingrave and the poshness
Yeah.
and, you know?
oh God, I'm so sorry. Stupid old hadn't slept well for days.
Take it relax with me.
How's a lot of sheep curled up there? They look like Pani and Clyde. Yeah. If Clyde fucked Bonnie over, the wrong kind of love can fuck you up. Follow you? You do some really stupid shit. And those two, believe me, that was the wrong kind of love. People do, don't they? Except love and possession. Yeah, they do.
I like the trippy timelines once again. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm assuming this might be the person.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up a routine as we speak.
Sure.
You've seen this, right? These belong to my dad. It's a little piece of him. One of the only nice bits of it.
Miles doesn't act nearly as
Weird.
weird as he does when in our current state.
It's almost like he's acting under, like, it's almost like he got bad influence from Peter.
Yeah. I wonder if they don't go out late at night still is a thing here right now?
There's footsteps, right?
Well, I mean, that could be Peter.
Sorry, I should know.
No, there's footprints going outside for the mud.
Oh, that. That's like the same.
It's the exact
sort
same
of crack.
Good morning. How's food just all for? Oh, it's only one day. I'm sure she could use a day without me. It might make all the difference, really.
Well, thank you for coming to our rescue.
Oh, you always come to mind.
I like those two.
I do too.
Okay, what is going on with this crack on the wall?
She's clearly seeing.
Once we find Flora, let's make a day of it.
What do you mean find Flora? Isn't she in her room?
What does that look like? Why are you making that look?
What?
I'm all finished. And I wanted to show you something.
I love it.
You're beautiful. Peter was even saying so himself this morning. He stayed the night, you know.
When you talk to Henry, you can tell him I said they're all right.
Are they alright?
No, there's nothing physically wrong with them. That's all.
That doesn't mean they're all right, though.
I'll see myself out.
I can't believe he didn't show up. I told him to call the goddamn doctor. He said, keep me posted. No, nothing short of that would get Henry and Greg back to Bly. Said the same thing when I told him about Quint. Keep me posted. I still don't understand.
Why? Why is he so...
Yeah.
He's like avoiding this place.
But she hates the lake.
Why should anyone hate a lake?
She talks about it all the time.
Sure. But Flora lies.
What's that supposed to mean?
That she's lying about hating the lake and there's a reason that she's...
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, I need to get up.
Why not stop?
I'm
Come back to bed. Please.
That reminds me of that whole love versus possession
Yeah,
thing, right?
for sure.
It's fine. I've got permission from the top.
the children.
Then it's set. Listen to him. Okay?
I don't trust any of that.
Yeah, I mean...
He's just saying it.
Yeah.
There's a few things going to auction, but Henry said this was yours if you want it.
He didn't.
I don't know. Come on.
Do you know how expensive that stuff? Like, if that's
Yeah.
pure fur, that's freaking so expensive.
It's also so suspicious. Like, why would Henry...
Let me show you. Just how beautiful you are.
Oh, that was the picture. Oh, well,
Not the
exact
picture, but
yeah.
that's...
Excuse me. The children are back out on the lawn by themselves.
It's like, dude, she's to do her job, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and also, like,
This wing is off limits.
yeah, in this place,
Yeah,
also, it's a little weird.
You know what I can have?
What have they found? Could have a lot of us out of here if you truly wanted. Did you know what? Right now, I do not care. You see, if I ever find you in here again, in Charlotte's things ever again, so help me God, I will drag you out of this house by your bloody hair and throw you into that dirty lake.
Good for you, Mrs. Gross.
Yeah.
'Cause that's messed up.
Dude, this dude, I feel like...
He's on like a power trip.
It's weird because he's so critical of people with money and stuff, right? Or something?
All right, love. A taste, then a smile.
He's so, like...
He's so awesome, dude.
Mr. Ryan,
This dude is so,
Like, right?
like, what is he like? Is he brooding in the
Yes, it's like,
weird.
dude. Oh my gosh.
Come on, babe. You want to talk right here? Oh no, the pressure.
The fuck?
Hey, calm down, dude.
It's that time you need to sleep. I swear, everyone's wearing a king's method.
I'm back in high school.
What's going on?
Well, my come on then. If you're gonna flirt with him right in front of me, why would I stick to that?
What?
Dude, she wasn't like...
If you're hungry alone, go on when you say go and can find something to stuff into your mouth since you're okay with that, probably. You said you took this job because you didn't want old men looking up your skirt or down your blouse, but aging down and double up, and you just open up when you're told, is that it? Do you have any idea what you look like?
Better.
Fuck!
What? Relax.
Naive when you want to be. That's good to know.
It's like gaslighting, right?
It's weird.
Isn't it
like,
though?
Yeah. What it's like he truly believes that though. It's like,
Ew.
what? Like, really?
Again?
What's going on with this?
Hello? Oh my god, you gone to the makeup.
It's story time.
Oh
God, story time. Right, it's your first story time.
Yeah?
They do this a lot.
I could tell by James' reaction.
Story time is
Welcome to story time.
Go Flora!
That's not my name.
That's not her name.
My name is Tails. As a kitten, I fell off an apple cart and had nowhere to live. I wandered and mewed. Always followed the smell of apples. Pulled it all out. It took oh so long. Yarn of a tale. Tale of a yarn. Because once it was done, it was perfectly splendid. My maker was Claude. He made puppets aplenty. He loved them so much, even though he had 20. Claude went away on a journey one day. He left the puppets at home. And as time went on, and then Claude came back. So excited. They laughed when he said he'd made them. They laughed at him. And he was so sad. So he pulled on their strings. And it hurt.
Crispy, Quint to the rescue.
Is your neighbour, Mr. McQueenie? Oh, I am so sorry, Owen.
Really? Wow. What are the chances? Like,
Yes,
what?
the night he didn't go.
Are you kidding?
I know. Dude, I feel so sorry for him.
Was that whole puppet poem too? Or that was weird.
You stayed. Who the hell knew?
This camera shot.
Oh shit! Knew something was like it's gonna happen.
Thoughts?
Well, we can definitely see. So we start off with
Peter.
not just Peter. We just start off with the Miles, right? And
Oh yeah.
he's feeling a little sick or something, right? And that was when we saw the
Like
the
passed out.
weird, like apparition thing of like Peter. I'm gonna go with like it's like some sort of apparition because
You don't think it's legit?
no, because they said first off they said that he didn't know, or possibly doesn't know that Rebecca's dead. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that they portrayed him was like he's not there because Rebecca or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's sitting there and he's focused on
Danny?
Danny, and he's like smiling, right? It's like it's not the type of way I would portray someone sneaking back to figure out if my girl's dead or not, or what's happening.
Unless he's like fucking, I mean, we've seen him be creepy.
Well,
So I don't know.
obviously.
Like, seeing him in real life, it's possible. The dude is weird.
Yeah, but it's like the way that they're showing him is
Yeah.
weird. And so I mean, I'm having thoughts about, because they keep bringing up certain themes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, like what?
And I think, well, let's go through that episode. So then we get more of the backstory of Peter Quint, his relationship with Henry, then him getting to know Miss Jessel.
Now, I'm curious what you think about this. This is something that I was noticing watching it again.
Okay.
Their relationship seems... not sexual, it's not the right word, but it's like carnal. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you get those? Is that just me, or is
Yeah,
that...
like a sort of hunger.
But it's not like they know each other. There's not like... There's chemistry, but it's very passion-based.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how good that is.
Yeah. I mean, there's no real, like, sense of, you know, like, true
Connection.
love or something like
Or not
that.
even... It doesn't even have to be true love, but like there's not really a sense of connection even.
Mhm.
And I do think
Yeah.
the love and like possession thing is very interesting, obviously, right? That was a big theme this episode.
Yeah. I mean, obviously seeing Peter Quint, it is interesting to see what kind of guy he is, right? And right off the bat, you can kind of tell he was he felt a little cold, a little bit like manipulative, or not manipulative, but kind of, he was very strong-army.
Yeah.
You know, and he came to conclusions and didn't care about others' opinions, right? He was like, you know, he basically just thought for himself, did things for himself almost. It was like he was like the only person almost, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, yeah, it is that weird you are mine sort of thing, and like, oh, you...
But like immediately, like it's
what I'm
like
saying.
not that that's ever even in place, but like the fact that like is the default, like out the gate, is also more alarming.
Yeah, it's just, it is weird. I don't quite... Yeah, I mean, I would think Henry would somehow...
See that?
Yeah, like, you know.
I mean, he seems to be honest, he seems worse than he is now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, then
that's
there's
true.
the Miles stuff.
Yeah, then there is, of course...
And the poem. I mean, the poem was weird.
Yeah, we have we have Flora doing her thing at the lake,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so that...
And we saw Jessel.
Yeah, we saw Rebecca. I don't quite know, like, I'm trying to think, like... So Flora, like, was sitting there with the doll.
I'm assuming seeing Jessel was what she saw.
Yeah.
And she was dressed like the doll.
But what was she... Why? What, like, what exactly is going on? Because there's something with where the people died or something? Maybe the lake?
Well, there's
kind
something
of?
with the dolls, too, right? Like, when she met Miss Jessel, she was like, oh, what are these dolls? And she was like, oh, they're not dolls, they're people.
Yeah.
When Danny comes, she says the exact opposite.
Maybe she's trying to not cause another tragedy to happen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But obviously the dolls are representations of people or something, right?
Yeah,
Some
I agree.
ghosts in the house or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And so yeah, they keep going back to that one doll.
Yeah.
Right underneath the like dresser or something with the black hair. That's not the Rebecca.
But it's not
doll.
Jessel's doll.
Yeah,
No.
so that's a different thing. But that seems to be of importance. Like that's like something important.
Yeah, they've been showing it a lot.
Yeah, and maybe I think one time we saw a ghost in the hallway or something.
Oh, we did.
Remember?
We did.
I
And
don't
you
know,
said it looked like Jessel,
looked
but it's not Jessel.
Yeah, it looked like the doll. Now that I think about it, maybe it's like something like the doll or something like that. So there's something with that.
All right.
The doll, obviously, Jessel. Something happened there that made her, commit suicide or something. We don't know exactly what happened. Then we don't have enough info.
Yeah.
The whole story thing with the puppets and stuff and Miles.
Weird.
Because, okay, this is the thing, is after he was sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't... It's one of those things where you can see this childlike innocence, okay? When a child is, impressed by smaller things, for example, the lighter.
Yeah,
you can tell,
yeah.
yeah, that's how a
Well, that
child
reminds
would
you that's
react.
how a kid would react, because it's
Right?
the simple things.
But when you're when he's in that other state, he's way more composed and calm, and he doesn't get too flustered or anything like that. He's very right. So seeing him after he was sick, he felt a lot more yay, whatever. I forgot exactly which.
He's saying they should do a picnic and different stuff like that.
That, right? It seemed way more like how you think he would act.
Yeah.
As he was doing his poem, that's he was feeling
It seemed fine.
him until something, right?
Yeah,
halfway
something
down the stairs or
snapped.
something. I don't know if he was looking at something or what was happening, but he started to go off on his tangent thing. You know?
Which was creepy.
Which was something about puppets, the Claude person who made them leaving and them forgetting about their strings. And then when he came back, they made fun of him after he said, I made you or something. And so he pulled them and it made it hurt or something like that, right? So I feel now this is, I could be off the mark, but I feel like this is what they're going for. I'm going to say that this whole possession thing is a thing. And I think Quint is somehow possessing Miles. I feel like because of the constant talks of, of course they had the whole love versus possession, and it feels like this whole possession, but that can mean
that's true. I never thought about that.
Or it can mean actually possession.
Possession. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's that symbolism, and then I'm thinking the puppets. I'm not exactly sure how that fits, but it feels like that whole puppeteering thing, controlling almost, right? Mm-hmm. And so for some reason, it's because of the actions that Peter was doing before, because I thought at first that Miles was being influenced by what Peter was saying, right? Certain things that he was saying, certain things that he was doing.
The key,
the
flowers,
roses, right?
Yeah.
But when it kind of clicked, was okay, but he's acting more mature, right? The way he acts. And it's kind of creepy, kind of like Peter.
Yeah.
And that's what could explain why he has those traits nowadays. The same flower thing, the same key thing, being weird, right? And so that could mean that it is actually Peter possessing him or something.
But how?
I don't know. There's a ghost and stuff, so I don't know.
I mean,
somehow
it just seems so far out is the big thing. But the big thing supporting your thing, and it is weird, is the puppet thing about him pulling the strings and it hurt.
Yeah,
that would line up with what happened to Miles at school, where it's kind of a, I'm in charge. Even if it's not Peter, even if it's some sort of possession. Right, that is kind of a weird I'm in charge moment, where the strings were pulled and it hurt.
That's true, but I think that I'm not sure what happened at the school, because we saw that the letter wanted him to come home and it was Flora, and so I'm thinking it can't be just oh, I'm showing that I'm in control or something. It had to have been something I need to get home to her somehow.
Yeah, it could be.
Something like that. Right? Otherwise, I thought the letter was like
yeah.
the trigger or something like that, right?
Right.
So I don't think it's just like, oh, just to show something.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. For me, the biggest thing is just, why does he act so mature? And then why does he have the same traits as Peter? Right? And then why constantly talk of possession? First, at the school, with the whole, possession
Bible
thing,
story,
exorcism, that whole deal.
Mhm.
Asking, can they possess me without my permission?
Yeah.
And then the whole love possession thing, and now the puppet thing. And it's like, I feel like that is what they're leaning toward.
Huh?
That's just one of my main
But
theories.
by what? No. I think it's a good theory. But the question is that Peter Quint thinks he's a little far out, but who knows?
I mean, I don't know how. And then we have the whole thing with what's her name?
Mrs. Gross? Yeah. Just keep seeing the cracks.
Like, what the heck is that? Why is there a crack randomly appearing? What is that?
And you're
even
right, it
mean?
is the same crack. It's not like a
Yeah.
different crack. It's the same crack.
So obviously she's seeing something. It's not like other people saw
No,
something.
no,
It's
no.
like she's seeing something. So
Mhm.
something going on there. But I mean, we haven't even gotten anything from there.
Yeah, and then the freaking dude's mom died. I forgot she died in this episode.
Yeah,
Like, what the heck?
Right when he doesn't show up, like,
I know.
darn, maybe that's something. I don't know. Maybe everything's something. Like, frick, I don't know.
It could be. But yeah. If you guys are having as much fun watching Ninetaledbrush watch this as I am, full length reactions are up on Patreon. Next week's reactions up on Patreon if you can't wait, and obviously that does support us if you go check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all in the next video.